All right, so what we're going to cover today are the big affiliate markets, using some of these tools to kind of search for offers. There's OfferVault, ODigger, there's some other tools, but one or two of these is plenty. And then using an affiliate network to explore markets and look for offers as well. I kind of have a preference for Neverblue, and I'm going to show you why, but there's others that you can use as well. And then the last few things here are workflow tips for using AdBeat. I'm going to show you some common workflows that I use, and you'll see when you'd want to use each type of workflow. And then lastly, just some comments about market-independent keywords. And some of you may have seen an email that I sent about a week ago maybe, talking about market-independent keywords. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that here in this webinar. All right, so these are kind of at a high level. These are what I would call big markets. These are big markets not only for affiliate marketing, but just for any type of marketing at all. They're hot markets for people to create products in and make a lot of money because these markets appeal to a lot of people. And I've kind of broken them down into three main categories here. We have money, health and beauty, and then relationships. And these are kind of the three main areas that people are really concerned with in their life, and that's what makes these such big markets, because they really can apply to anybody in some way or another. Now, when I say money, there's all sorts of different offers that are related to money, and some that you may not immediately kind of think of as money, but something like education is really tied to money as the motivating factor. Most people want an education because they're looking for a better job, looking for a better kind of position in life that's going to result in more money ultimately. So there's all of these kind of little different niches within the money niche, right? And the same with health and beauty. There's diet, fitness. Yeah, and that's actually, I see somebody's put coupons here for money. That's also related to money, and actually we're going to use coupons as an example in this webinar a little bit later. And you're right, that's exactly right. That's related to this kind of overall motivation for money. And then, health and beauty, we have diet or fitness, which is, of course, an area that I've done well in, but there's other really big kind of sub-niches of health and beauty. These e-cigarettes the offers that are around now, any type of smoking, stop smoking is a huge market, of course. Teeth whitening, appeals to basically anybody. Acne is a great example. I see somebody's typed that into the question box. Yeah, acne is a great example. Huge percentage of people deal with that. So, that I think kind of gives you an idea of some health and beauty offers. Now the last one here, the last category, relationships. This is a fundamental kind of human need, and so there's all sorts of different markets and businesses that have come up due to this. Some of the biggest information product publishers online are in this market. So I don't know, some of you may be familiar with the Double Your Dating brand. That's a huge info product brand. It's all about dating advice and relationships. Huge business. There's other examples as well. There's this market about Get Your Ex Back. There's definitely several info products out there about this. Stop Your Divorce, the same kind of idea. Most of these are info products, just kind of the nature of the way that, you can't really sell a physical product so much about relationships. It's more about information and about helping you to achieve what you want with relationships. So there's a lot of info products here, but then there's also dating sites, of course, which kind of just helps bring people together and is going to really be in the same category. And dating sites are, of course, a huge affiliate market. So that's kind of a high-level overview of some markets. Now, what I want to do next is actually, what I'm going to do is exit this presentation and go into some of these services that I've mentioned before. So OfferVault is a service where you can search for different affiliate offers. Now, hold on just a second. Somehow when I pull the browser up, the question box goes away. There we go. All right. So OfferVault is kind of it's a search engine for affiliate markets or for affiliate offers. So you can come here and actually this is kind of interesting here, and if you're new to affiliate marketing and you kind of don't understand the different markets, this is going to give you a really clear look at what other people who may already know a little bit more about what's going on with affiliate marketing, what are other people, what are they searching for, right, using this service. So you can see all sorts of different searches going by here, and it can be pretty interesting just to kind of click through there and explore. So, the way you would use this is you can come in and basically just hit. Well, actually, you could search directly, or just I was going to use dating as an example anyway. So that's actually listed here in the top 10 terms. I see a question here that is there a way to search OfferVault by category? There doesn't seem to be. I haven't used this site too much lately, and they've definitely been changing it over the years. I first learned about OfferVault several years ago. It's been around for a while. This was kind of the original affiliate search engine, if I'm not mistaken. There's been all sorts of kind of copycats that have come and followed along. I don't think you can search by category, and that's actually why I prefer Neverblue. And I'm going to show you how that works with Neverblue, and there's some other affiliate networks that organize the offers by category. So this is better if you already are sort of aware of a category, or if you've seen an offer and maybe you want to search and see where you can, where you can pick that offer up on what affiliate network. But you can also just search for something like dating and find all these different dating offers, whether you know an offer or not. You can just kind of browse through here and see what you find. So that's basically how you use OfferVault. It's a way to just help you find affiliate offers in different markets using a keyword search. ODigger is the same sort of idea here. It's just a little bit of a different interface, but same basic idea as OfferVault. Now, I do notice that ODigger has this here in the bottom left, this affiliate categories section. So if you want to find, let's see, hold on, education affiliate programs. So I'm not sure. I'm not so sure how well this works because it has a quit smoking offer here. But some of these look pretty targeted. So scholarship, career college, military.com, degrees. This looks pretty targeted to the education category. Somebody's asking, when I clicked on dating in OfferVault, didn't I search by category? Well, kind of. I'm not really 100% sure how OfferVault search works. I don't know if that's kind of a direct match on dating to somewhere in the text that describes the offer. It's essentially, if you search for a broad enough term like that, yeah, you're probably kind of equivalent to searching by category. All right, so that's ODigger, a little bit different. Try them both out and see what you think. But I'll show you, here's maybe a better way to go about doing things. So Neverblue in particular has a really nice category selection here. So when you log into your Neverblue account, this is an affiliate network. There are other networks that have this category structure. I can't really think offhand of some of the better ones, but I think CJ probably has a pretty good category structure. But now I kind of covered at the beginning of this presentation the 3 big motivating categories. Well, this kind of breaks it down a little more into, excuse me, this kind of breaks it down a little more into more specific affiliate categories. And so, even under dating here, you can see different types of dating. Niche, so niche is probably going to be things like right, like Latin Dating, Ashley Madison, which is kind of an interesting offer if you haven't seen that. Black Singles. So, this is going to break down dating into a little more niche categories. You can, if you're not familiar with all the affiliate offers, this is a good place to start because you'll see things like downloads. So there's all these different download offers, and this actually isn't something that I've done anything with at all, but I know that there's plenty of affiliates that do very well in this sort of market with these download offers. And so these are the network earnings that I mentioned before, so you'd want to take a look at the network earnings and kind of use that to guide you in terms of doing further research for an offer. I would concentrate on the ones that are already earning money for the network. All right, so this is a way for you to find, to kind of get a start on finding different affiliate offers, using some of these services and figuring things out that way. I'm going to head back into this presentation and pick up where we left off. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to show you how to kind of get a better picture of the market and the different types of affiliate offers is because you need a little bit of that when you're going in to use AdBeat. So the more you understand about affiliate markets, the better you're going to be able to use AdBeat. And I wanted to cover here 4 different workflow examples of how you can use AdBeat. And so the first one actually, you need to know the least about kind of what you're looking for, I would think. You still need to know a little bit, but the idea here is start with the network, okay? So Google Content Network or MSN Content Network, Pulse 360, whatever, pick a couple networks to get interested in. Start with the network and then just browse the top advertisers. And so I'm going to show you what that looks like. All right, so this is the screen you'll see when you log in. This is like the default screen of Google Network with all the top advertisers listed. Now on Google, because they're a little bit anti-affiliate lately, and also because there's so much traffic available, a lot of the top advertisers on Google are going to be brand advertisers. So you're going to have to search deeper into the top advertisers on Google to find affiliates. Although my guess is you'll find some. This displays the top 100, and then you have to click through, page through, all the way through to the top 1,000. My advice to each of you guys is to page through all of these and look. Once you kind of understand more about what the affiliate, the major affiliate categories are and the types of offers that are out there, you need to browse through these top 1,000 advertisers on Google and on every other network, and you need to kind of see what you find and do a little more investigating when you see something that you think might be in a particular affiliate market. Okay? Now on Google, you're going to have to search a little more, and you'll find more affiliate things a few pages in. But if you try another network, like say MSN, for instance, what you're going to find with almost basically any other network other than Google or DoubleClick is you're going to find a ton of affiliate offers, all right, running in the top advertisers. So we're looking at the top advertisers on MSN right now, and this. If some of the people on the call don't understand, this News9 consumer site, this is an affiliate site. It's what's called a fake news site, or some people call them farticles, meaning fake article site. The idea is they're using kind of what's the proper term for this is actually advertorial. That's this type of advertisement has been around for 50 plus years, I think. And they first kind of showed up in magazines. But the idea is that it looks like a news site, right? I'm going to click through to this. Looks like they may have blocked it. Let's see. Yeah, this particular advertiser has blocked just direct navigation. So you have to be a little sneakier to find out what they're doing. And you'd basically need to look at the top publishers that they're running on. So for MSN, these are all the publishers that we're finding them on. And you can just navigate to the site, and then find that advertiser and click through, and you'll see what they're doing. Okay, but it's basically, it's one of these fake news sites, and they're advertising various affiliate offers on this site, kind of in the disguise of a news article, which it's a landing page technique essentially, and it makes the offers convert really well because it kind of comes from it's an authority play in terms of persuading somebody to go through with the offer. It looks like it's from an authority site. So that's the idea there. But anyway, my main point here is that almost all of these are affiliate offers, well, at least many of them. So the Diet Solution program, this is an affiliate offer. This is a ClickBank product. This is one of the diet products that are available on ClickBank for you to promote right now. And so somebody is promoting that here on the MSN network. It looks like something happened here recently and all of a sudden the traffic is low. I don't know if this is kind of a slap from MSN or what, but it's interesting actually. This is showing up on a bunch of different ad networks, even Google, which actually surprises me because I didn't think this was running on Google anymore. But so anyway, this is the idea. You can kind of just browse through these advertisers and see what you find. This see refinance rates, this is going to be a more sophisticated affiliate in the lending space. LendGo is another affiliate in the lending space. LA Sentinel is going to be another one of those news sites. Post Sentinel, same thing. This is an affiliate. This is an affiliate. Truth About Stomach Fat, that's going to be an affiliate. Mortgage Rate Experts, probably an affiliate. So basically a huge percentage of these advertisers are affiliates. Somebody's asking, but isn't this the advertiser who's running these offers? How can we compete when they have a higher payout? Why would you think it's the advertiser running these offers? I mean, sometimes it might be the advertiser, but certainly not all of these are the advertiser. Sometimes it definitely is the advertiser, but there's plenty of cases where it's not the advertiser. So you can just see this is just, I mean, the top 100 advertisers here on MSN is, there's just tons of these sites. How can you tell if it's an affiliate or an advertiser? You need to kind of, you need to use I posted a link in the forum for a browser plugin for Firefox called Live HTTP Headers. You want to install that on Firefox, and you want to follow the links that you find on the landing page, and see where the links go. And you can see if they're tracking through affiliate networks and going to affiliate network landing pages. You can see what the structure of the links is, and if you're signed up for those networks, you can figure out if those links look like the same links that you're getting to promote those offers. So that's kind of how you'd figure it out. Registry Cleaners Revealed, that's an affiliate. I mean, sometimes it's just really obvious it's an affiliate. I don't know how to. The more you get into the market, the more you'll understand, what looks like an affiliate and what doesn't. Which networks can we use with affiliate links? I'm not really sure I understand that question, but I mean, your best bet, if you don't want to worry too much, is to stay off of Google. I mean, so any of the other networks don't really seem to have any trouble promoting affiliate offers. So I don't know. Ask in the forum if you need more clarification. But there's usually an opportunity to direct link on many different ad networks. All right. So this is the first workflow that I brought up. It's just essentially browsing the top advertisers. If you go to Pulse 360, you're going to see the same thing. You're going to see tons of advertisers that are affiliates. I mean, all of these top advertisers are affiliates. Okay, and these are the advertisers that are making money on these ad networks. I mean, these are the top spenders, and if you're spending more than anybody else, chances are you're making more than anybody else as well. Usually, people don't keep spending a lot of money unless they're able to take a profit out of it. All right, so that is one of these workflows. The next one here is start with the offer. So in order to do this, you would need to hold on a second. I'm going to answer this question. So what do we do when we know this? What do you do when you see an affiliate that is promoting offers through a landing page on a certain network? Well, you can see everything they're doing. You're going to want to go and you're going to want to try to model that campaign. So you're going to want to sign up for the affiliate networks where they're promoting the offers. If you want to make sure you're going to get similar results, you're going to want to use a similar landing page to them. You're going to want to place your ads on similar sites to what they're showing up on, and you can see all of that information, in AdBeat. So that's the idea. You're going to want to see what they're doing, and you're going to want to try to, kind of enter the market in a similar way. You may not want to copy them exactly, but you're going to want to try to come into the market in a similar way so that you're basically set off to a pretty good start when you come in, and you don't get scared out of the market too quickly by losing money before you can do some of your own testing and kind of figure some things out on your own. So, so there you go. That's kind of what you're going to do. There's many steps. I mean, it's not, there's going to be many steps involved. You're going to need to sign up. If you're not signed up for ClickBank, if it's a ClickBank offer, you need to sign up for ClickBank. So whatever you have to do to get in the same position as what that affiliate is doing, you need to go do. You need to follow through on whatever the steps would be. All right, so the next workflow here is start with the offer. Now, this requires you to know an offer that you're interested in checking. Is it running on any ad networks that are out there? This isn't that hard to do. You can go, if you were to go to ClickBank and you were to search in the diet or the health section, you would have found very quickly that the Diet Solution Program is a ClickBank offer, and you could have come to AdBeat and you could have typed that into the advertiser search, and you would have found the same advertiser through a different means than what we just did by browsing top advertisers. Okay, so what this requires is that you're already aware of an offer and you're just wanting to check and see if that offer is currently active in the marketplace. So the example that I showed in the webinar that some of you guys have seen was QualityHealth.com. This is an affiliate offer. And so I'm going to show you, what you would do if you had an idea that you may want to promote QualityHealth.com. So you're going to come here to the advertiser screen and you're going to type in QualityHealth.com. Now, this is only going to show you if somebody is direct linking to this offer, right? Because we're matching this search on the domain name. So there's going to be probably all sorts of affiliates promoting QualityHealth.com through different landing pages, and you're going to have to find those affiliates in a different way. What this is going to show you is if somebody is actually directly promoting QualityHealth.com on any of the ad networks that we cover. So from this dashboard screen, what you can see is you can see that, let's see, the biggest color here is Google, so most of the ads that are out there are found on the Google network, but there's also some ads on MSN, AdBright, so very little on some other networks. So, very quickly this tells you, okay, yeah, somebody is promoting QualityHealth.com on a couple different ad networks. So let me see here some questions. Is there any significance in the colors under the top publishers? Do you mean these colors here in the charts? So I'll just say the answer is no. I don't know of colors in the top. Oh, here I see what you mean. No, there's no significance to the colors. This is just a bar chart. Actually, one of the things I don't like about this interface is that these colors change. So Google is not always light blue. So I'm going to work on fixing that because it can be a little bit confusing. But for now, just look at what the key here tells you, and you can see what network, or you can mouse over and it'll show you as well. What you're going to want to do once you see this is you're going to want to look a little further. So right now I have Pulse 360 selected in the upper right. And the reason why this says no data to display, and the reason why this chart is blank right now, is because Pulse 360, we don't find this advertiser anywhere on Pulse 360. You'll see from this middle chart. And these charts only show data if we have a selected network here where we have data for the advertisers. So I'm going to select Google, and I'm going to hit go, and we'll see all the data that we have on this advertiser for Google. okay? And then this chart is going to populate, and we'll see that we have a lot of image ads and then some text ads on Google for this advertiser. So once you have this information, you see that it's on a couple different ad networks. You can click through to the top ads for this advertiser. So I have a question here. When do we start collecting ads from Google? We've been collecting ads for almost 2 years now, but what is showing in the system, what we have available through the interface for you guys is the last 3 or 4 months of data, and we're going to work on improving that so it goes back a little further. But for now, last 3 or 4 months of data is what we have. So, and that's actually really 95% of what you'd ever want to look at. It's not that important what happened 6 months ago. It's really important what's been happening in the last 90 days. So now that we're here looking at the top ads on Quality Health, I've had some questions for people saying, well, how do I figure out what a top ad is? What does that mean? Well, for this particular offer, the top ad, they just naturally float to the top. This is the idea here. I mean, they're sorted by counts. And so the idea here is that basically this ad has been showing up more than any other ad in the marketplace. All right? So, one of the things I noticed about this ad actually immediately is that they're using a brand name in the ad. Okay? Now, I haven't checked into this offer. This isn't an offer I'm familiar with, but I'd be willing to bet you that you're not allowed to use a brand name in the ad. And in fact, if you'll notice what they've done here, they've eliminated the space between craft and food. And my guess is that the reason why that was done is so that Google doesn't recognize it as a branded term. And so they've approved the ad even though they really shouldn't have approved the ad, and it's kind of a sneaky way to get this brand name into the ad. And it's also, the reason why the ads are performing so well, because people recognize craft, and so they're more likely to click on these ads. So, that's one of the things I noticed right away. But this is the idea. This is, how do you know if it's a top ad? Well, it's been showing for a while, and there's more counts than any of the other ads. I mean, these ads down here, there's hardly any counts for them. Somebody tried to run it a little bit. It didn't really make it, essentially, is the way I look at this. The ad showed up in the marketplace for a while, but it wasn't able to be sustaining in the marketplace. Okay? And as far as, the counts, what do the counts mean? Well, what you need to understand is really you just need to be concerned with the difference between the counts. So what you need to know is that this ad here, has only received 37 counts, and this ad 14,000 counts, okay, over the same time frame. And it doesn't really matter that much about, how do you correlate that to ad spend or something. We're going to try to do a better job with that later. But what you need to understand is that this ad is showing up far more than any of these other ads, okay? And what that means is that the click-through rate on the ad is higher, the conversion for those ads is going to be higher. Something is working for the advertiser. We can't tell you with AdBeat exactly what's working about that ad. It may be that the click-through rate is 4 times as high as any of the other ads, and the conversion rate is roughly the same, okay, which would make it an awesome ad compared to all the other ads. Or it may be that the conversion rate is 4 times as high, and the click-through rate is just the same as the other ads, but they're able to bid much higher on those ads because the conversion rate is so much higher. So, you just need to understand that the ads that float to the top are basically the ads that are the best ads, right? So that is another method of kind of using AdBeat in a workflow for checking on individual advertisers. This can be, it takes a little bit of time. If you have a list of advertisers, you're going to have to go in and search for them individually. But you can get some very direct information immediately if you're interested in what's going on with an advertiser. Now, the next workflow example I want to give you is kind of related to this. So let's say we figured out, all right, QualityHealth.com is showing up in the marketplace. So there's affiliates that are promoting this affiliate offer right now on Google and on MSN. Well, what if we wanted to understand more about this market, but we didn't really understand what all the affiliate offers were out there for this same sort of offer, but we didn't know what the other domains were right away? Well, the next workflow example that I'm going to give you is kind of how you would approach that. And so if you notice that what's written in these ads, it's all, free stuff, samples, free stuff. You kind of see what the benefit is, or what they're trying to get people to click through for, right? It's all this idea of samples. That's what the offer is about. And if you go to the landing page, you'll understand that's what the offer is about. So this next workflow example that I'm going to give you is exactly using that information to now start with what I would consider a market, is understanding that there's a market out there that you found that somebody's promoting qualityhealth.com, a specific offer in the market, but you want to understand what else is going on with that market. And the market is this idea of free samples, okay? A lead generation offer centered around free samples. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in to AdBeat, and you're going to start by searching by keyword to understand more about what's going on with that market. And so I'm going to show you how that would work. So now, as most of you guys probably know, we're limited right now to one keyword, single keyword search, which obviously isn't ideal when it comes to searching for keywords. However, it's really not too bad once you get used to it. It just takes a little bit more time, and just to let everybody know, this is certainly one of the main things that we're working on in terms of improving how the software works and how you guys can kind of navigate through and find what you're looking for. But for now, we're stuck with one keyword, and I'm going to show you in this market how you would use it. So the concept here is free samples. Now, whenever you have a multi-keyword sort of concept or high-level market idea that you're going after, it's best to use the more specific of the terms for the keyword search. You can try using either of the single keywords, right, and just kind of browsing through and seeing what you find. But it's better to start with the most specific. Now, out of free and out of samples, what's the most specific word? Well, the most specific word is going to be samples. I hope everybody understands that. I mean, free could apply it to all sorts of stuff, but I think samples is going to be much more targeted to this market that we're after. All right. So what you're going to get in return here is all of the top ads that now have this keyword samples in it, okay? And as I scroll through here, I notice, right, Quality Health, which we knew should be in there because we found it through other means. See Shop at Home. This is a big site. I don't think this is an affiliate offer. Planning Family. I don't think this is either. It may be, though. I'm not really sure. You would, if you don't understand if these are affiliate offers or not, you'd want to do some investigating. So, how would you do that? Well, you would use, OfferVault or ODigger to do that investigating. So you would take this domain and go search for it there. One thing I noticed, though, is that there's this freeflies.com, freeflies.com. This is all over the place, okay? So what is freeflies.com? I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to ODigger. Whoops. Guess that didn't work. I'll just type it in here. Okay, and this is an affiliate offer. All right, so it's showing up here. It's through Executive Fortunes. I'm not even sure what that is, but this is a lead offer, just like Quality Health is. This is another affiliate offer. Okay, I'm checking here. Traffic allowed, email, social, search, display. So there's nothing immediately indicating to me that you could not direct link this offer. I haven't even checked to see if the links, the destination URLs behind that offer look like affiliate links, but chances are good that they are. So that's how you would kind of understand more about what's going on in a market once you know the market is there, by doing some keyword search and kind of just browsing through the advertisers and then doing some kind of back and forth between some of these other services that I'm showing you. All right. Okay. Let's go back here. And the last workflow here is starting with a targeted publisher. Now this, I'll admit that right now this really isn't something that I personally use much, although it just depends on what market you're interested in, whether or not this would be a good option for you. And I'm going to actually steal an example here from John Shugart. Some of you guys may have learned about AdBeat through John, and you may have seen his chicken coop case study that he did a while ago around a product in the ClickBank market that is an info product about building a chicken coop. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you how you would use the targeted publisher approach to find new affiliate offers, new advertisers that you weren't aware of, using this as an example. Okay, so let's see how we would do that. All right, so the idea here is that you would already know that you know this chicken coop market existed. Okay, and by the way, let me show you how easy that is to figure out. Okay, because you may think, well, how in the heck am I supposed to know that this market exists about, you know, chicken coop info products? Well, if you come here to ClickBank and you go into the marketplace and you look here under the categories, all you would need to do is go into each of these categories and do exactly what I'm going to show you here for home and garden. Okay, choose the category, choose sort by gravity, make sure high to low is checked, and this is going to list all the offers in this category by gravity. And sure enough, the fourth offer down here is how to build a chicken coop. Okay. Now, some of you may have seen the tip that I mentioned on a previous webinar where I said a gravity of 100 is kind of where you want to be at for a ClickBank product. In a market that's this niche, that's so highly niched, a gravity of 70 is actually going to be really high. I mean, what this means is that, you know, there are a lot of affiliates making sales for this product, which means that, you know, it's actually a product that's doing really well. Okay. Just because it doesn't have a gravity quite over, you know, 100 means it's more of a niche product than anything else. You know, so there you go. I mean, you know, just with a few clicks in ClickBank, you can find an offer like that, and you could kind of be in AdBeat searching for, you know, what's going on in this market. Okay, what's going on in the chicken coop market? So if your market is defined by two keywords, chicken coop, right? I mean, which of those two words is probably the better to search on? Well, I would start with coop. It's, you know, it's more targeted to exactly what the offer is about than chicken. So if I search on coop, what I find here pretty quickly is this advertiser called My Snazzy Chicken Coop. All right, I'm going to click through on that and see what's going on here. So I see this advertiser has been advertising on Google for you know, a full 90 days, and they've probably been advertising longer than that. So this is something that's been staying up on Google. And I can take a look at their top ads. And I'll see they have a number of ads running, but this one looks like it's the one that's working the best. And if I check their destination URLs, I can see where this ad is pointing to. You can should be able to copy this. I think we can copy this. Yeah, there we go. So this is the landing page. All right, and what you'll see here is it's basically an opt-in page for a free report. Okay. Now, in this case, what you'd want to do is, because at this point it's not really obvious, is this an affiliate or is it not an affiliate? Maybe it's somebody that's selling their own chicken coop info product or whatever. But what you want to do is use an email, probably not your main email, use one that's specifically for this purpose, and you want to follow their path. You want to see what's going on. So you want to enter your email here and you want to see what happens. What emails do you get from this advertiser, and what are they doing to try to make money? All right. And I'm pretty sure with this one, if you put your email in, what you'll find is that they're going to market this chicken coop info product that we found here, how to build a chicken coop, through email to you, and that this is in fact an affiliate. Okay. So that's basically, so far we haven't done anything different than some of those other workflows that I showed you. We basically came in, used the keyword search, found an affiliate in the market. The workflow example that I wanted to show you in this market, though, has to do with using this top publishers tab for the advertiser. Okay, so what you'll notice here is that this advertiser is showing up on a bunch of different publishers, and some of them are sort of easing articles. This isn't really all about chicken coops, right? This is about all sorts of different articles, and they're probably appearing on an article about chickens or whatever. Mother Earth News isn't that targeted either. Some of these others are kind of more targeted, but this particular publisher is pretty targeted. I mean, if somebody's on a site about backyardchickens.com, chances are that they're interested in the chicken coop market. And the chances are good that if there's some other advertisers or other affiliates out there in the chicken coop market, that they're going to be advertising on this publisher. Okay, and so this is the last workflow that I'm going to show you for using AdBeat. What you want to do is you want to find the most targeted kind of publisher for an existing advertiser or existing affiliate that you're already aware of that's in the market. You want to find the most targeted publisher, click through to that publisher, and then check out what is going on this publisher. Okay, who else is on the publisher? Well, of course, Groupon and Yellow Pages and some of these giant advertisers are going to show up. But here we go. Here's my snazzy chicken coop, right? What else is here? Just by kind of checking out what's here, you may find some other affiliates that are in the same market. Green chicken coop, that might be one. I don't know. I haven't checked this out. Let's see. Hen hoops, I'm not sure about that. Chicken coop guides, this looks very much like it could be an affiliate. Chicken coop source, again, looks like it could be an affiliate. Chicken coop maker. All of these are potentially affiliate sites, and you would want to investigate these further. Okay. So I hope you understand that this is kind of a different way to check out what's going on in a market. You find a publisher that you feel like is going to be a good target for other affiliates in this market, and now you're just going to browse the advertisers by publisher, and it's going to give you a very targeted look into that market because the site is pretty targeted around that market itself. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? All right, nobody's typing anything, so I'm not sure if you guys are following along or what. Yes. All right. Great. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Still, I'm going to answer some of these questions. Still confused between advertisers and affiliates in the left column. An affiliate is always an advertiser in AdBeat. That's what affiliates are doing. They're buying advertising, and they're showing up on these ad networks. So an affiliate is always an advertiser. We're not going to have, you're never going to see a column in AdBeat that says affiliates, because it's going to be kind of up to you to figure out whether they're an affiliate or not. An advertiser is sometimes an affiliate. Okay. Most advertisers are probably not affiliates, especially on Google. On Pulse or on MSN, like I showed you, many of the advertisers are affiliates. So I hope that kind of clears it up. Let's see. Can you choose which sites you want to advertise on in the ad networks? So you can, in many ad networks, you can choose which sites you want to be on. But if you can't, you're going to try to use keywords to target to those sites. Okay, so that's the idea. Just knowing the types of sites that an offer is already showing up on gives you some insight into whether or not you can show on those sites for that particular ad network. So that's kind of the way I would look at it. All right, guys. I mean, some of these questions are not, totally related to the presentation, and I understand you have other questions, but there's a lot of material to cover, and I can't cover everything in one webinar. So, some of this stuff is going to have to wait. Obviously, I can't teach you everything that I've learned in the last 3 years in one webinar. So, I hope you understand that, and kind of be patient, and we're going to get through a lot of material in the coming weeks. But this is a good place to start. All right. Okay, the last thing here that I wanted to talk about is this idea of market-independent keywords. Now, some of you may have seen the email that I sent out, and I said, do a search on free and see what comes up. I don't know if anybody did that, but if you do a search on some of these terms, so you'll find some very interesting things. So I hope, let me just clarify real quick so no confusion. What I mean by market-independent keywords, these are keywords that may sort of help you to kind of smoke out some affiliates in markets that you're not even aware of, okay? And why is that? Well, because these are words that affiliates like to use. They may apply to many different markets, okay? In the downloadable market, or the market where you're installing something, there's all sorts of affiliate markets within this sort of category, the broad category of download or install. Many different, it could be software, it could be toolbars, it could be games. There's all sorts of things. So this is a very broad term, but it has a lot of use in the affiliate markets across the board. So free and coupon, these are some other examples. These are obviously some things that people would use with affiliate promotions. A lot of affiliate offers themselves are about getting a free this or that, or getting coupons on this, or free samples, all that kind of stuff, right? Shocking and secret, warning, these are just general copywriting words that often do very well in ads. And you'll find oftentimes affiliates using these words, and so you can find some interesting things by doing searches on these words. Review and compare, again, these are some typical affiliate keywords because they like to present you with multiple offers on the landing page and have more of a chance of making a sale sometimes by doing that. Latin or black or African, these ethnic terms, or some of these religious terms, this is very big in dating, but you'd be surprised. They're big in other affiliate markets as well, and the reason for that is because they help to really target an offer towards this audience. And anytime that you can, make somebody feel like an offer is created especially for them, it's going to convert higher, okay? And so, these advertisers know this, and they create specific landing pages around some of these qualities that people have, religious beliefs or ethnicity or whatever, and that's going to take almost any offer that you can think of, and it's going to make it convert better for that particular, demographic by just kind of making a specific landing page. So you can find some interesting things by doing searches on terms like this as well. All right, so everybody, make sure you do that and see what you can find. So I think that's about it for what I really wanted to cover, and at this point I'm happy to take some additional questions, but try to keep it somewhat related here to what we're talking about. All right, let's see here. All right. Are you referring to using these keywords to find ads in AdBeat and then track down the advertisers? Yes, that's what you do with those keywords. You just search on them, not even really having anything in mind other than you just want to see what comes up. And you need to kind of be aware of the different affiliate markets already. This doesn't work very well if you're completely unaware of what's going on in affiliate marketing. This is why I'm covering this in the first webinar and giving you guys the resources to understand more about what's going on with affiliate marketing, about all the different affiliate offers that are out there. But that's the idea. You use those words, search in AdBeat, see what comes up, and do further investigating to figure out what's going on when you find an ad. So, all right, I'll talk about this real quick because I know a lot of people have this question, even though it's not too related. Can you give me some advice on how I can use AdBeat to come up with keywords for Google Content Network? once I want to mimic an advertiser, okay? So what you're going to want to do right now with AdBeat is you're going to want to take the publishers that are showing up as the top publishers, and you're going to want to take those and either do a placement targeted campaign with those publishers, or if you want to do keyword targeting, you're going to take those publishers and put them into the Google Keyword Tool, either just manually one at a time or using some tools, some other tools that are available that I'll talk about a little bit later, not in this webinar, but later on. And you're going to want to put those publishers into the Google Keyword Tool based on a domain, and Google will return to you what keywords they think are related to that domain. If you now make ad groups based on the keywords that Google thinks is related to that domain, well, Google is going to try to place your ad on domains that are similar to those keywords. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. You know, it's not a perfect system. Is Google going to place your ads on all sorts of other publishers? Well, yes, they are. But the idea is that just understanding the types of publishers that an advertiser is showing up on is going to give you a big advantage. And you know, we have some features that will be coming out later on that will actually give you keywords directly out of AdBeat. That may be a few months away, but you know, just to let you know, that's something we're definitely working on. All right. How often do you recommend to search on these independent keywords? You know, I mean, once a week, once every 2 weeks. You know, I'd be interested to hear feedback on how you would like to see sort of maybe the idea of kind of like a report that you could check, or like, you know, you could kind of file away keywords that you're interested in keeping track of, and you know, they would kind of just be there in your AdBeat account, so that you could very quickly, without having to remember all the keywords you're interested in, you know, you could just kind of navigate to a page that had the keywords you were interested in maybe and just click them. I think that's kind of the direction we're probably going with that, so you can easily come in and you can see what's going on with the markets that you're kind of interested in watching. Let's see, without let's see, it's a long question, I'm trying to read. All right, without using placement and relying on display, can we influence sites our ads show up on? Keyword grouping is important, however, I'm finding a number of offers appear to be converting on unrelated sites. So this is a great question, because this is actually the value, this is where the real value of AdBeat is in terms of giving you the publishers, okay? If you were to look at some of my most successful campaigns, you would be amazed at what sites the offer that I was running, the ads that I was running, were consistently showing up on, meaning that those sites were returning a good profit for me. You would be absolutely amazed. They would have nothing to do with the offer. You would not be able to put two and two together and figure out what was going on. Why would the offer be showing on those sites? But I can tell you that it will be showing on those sites because it was converting. And so this is actually, the value in AdBeat is not, so much that, oh, a chicken coop offer is showing up on Backyard Chickens, chickencoops.com or whatever. That's, relatively obvious. The real value is when you find things that don't seem to make sense, and you can use that to guide you in terms of keyword selection and testing out kind of placements on sites that you would have never thought to do on your own. That's actually, guys, that's the kind of the key to making a ton of money with this sort of advertising, is figuring out where to place ads that other people would never think of to place ads, yet the ads still work really well in those places. And that's the kind of information that you can see with the publisher reports in AdBeat. All right. Let's see. How much effort would you put into research with AdBeat before testing out a new campaign? I would put, this is hard to answer, because for me, I kind of, I have a lot of knowledge already. It's kind of hard for me to answer, but I don't know. I've already mentioned this, I think, in the forum before. I know people don't like to hear this answer because they want to be, making a ton of money tomorrow or next week or whatever. But, if I was you guys, I would just sit tight and watch different markets and do that over, weeks time, if not a month, and just explore and see if you can find some really solid offers that seem to be running consistently, and then kind of make your plan from there. Don't just find something and try to jump on it immediately. Let's see. Sometimes the keywords show up in the destination URL. That's true. Jack, I'm glad you mentioned that because somebody had asked before about keywords. Sometimes people do append the keywords from the content network onto the destination URL, and for every destination URL you'll get a unique keyword. And there's a way that you could actually download that report in Excel and kind of extract those keywords out. And I plan on doing a video about that. I'll just do a quick video and show you how to do it. It's pretty easy if you have Excel. So that's another way you can start with keywords. These PowerPoint slides going to be available for viewing. Yeah, I think I'll make the PowerPoint available for you guys, or maybe like a PDF version or something. How many campaigns do you typically launch at a time? Very few. I may only have 1 or 2 campaigns going at any time. Like I've said, I focus what I'm doing, and I try to be the best in the market at what I'm doing. So I'm not concerned with launching a bunch of different campaigns. I know this sounds kind of crazy, guys, but truthfully, with AdBeat, I'm basically able to pick an advertiser, pick an affiliate, watch closely what's going on and decide to make a move, and 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be able to pick something that's working and be able to make it work. It may take a little bit of my own testing. It may not work directly out of the gate, but maybe I spend $500 or something trying to figure out the market, but basically it's going to work eventually if I take my time and I pick correctly. Let's see. What's the best way to differentiate myself from the large affiliate marketers once I choose an offer? Learn how to write better copy than them. That's my best advice. Learn how to write better copy. Do more research and find places to advertise that are related to what they're doing, but they may not be advertising already. Are you going to do a webinar about how to set up an ad campaign in AdWords or other networks? I don't know that I'm going to definitely talk about how to set up campaigns. I don't know that I'm going to do a step-by-step walkthrough, but I'm certainly going to give you guys some guidance on how you want to structure them. There's a ton of videos on how to set up a campaign, how to do the basic stuff about setting a campaign in Google. Just check out the Google help or AdWords help. I'll put a link in the forum for that. Let's see. Does it matter what time of the day you look at information in AdBeat? AdBeat provides information on a daily basis. So, okay, I see. The question is more about what if an advertiser is day parting? The chances are we're still going to pick up that advertiser because we are basically, crawling the web on a 24-hour basis. And so if an advertiser is day parting, and we use kind of a random way of crawling, so that if they're day parting, for people that don't know what day parting means, it means like what if somebody's only got their ads turned on from 8 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe it's a business-related product and they find that the ads don't convert that well after 5 p.m. Are we going to pick up that advertiser? The answer is yeah, we should pick up the advertiser because we're kind of doing a little bit of a random crawl across 24 hours. what may not be apparent is, I mean, the day parting will not be apparent, so we can't tell you if an advertiser is day parting, but we can tell you if they are parting by day of the week. So it's very obvious if somebody is turning their ads off on the weekend, and you'll definitely see that if you look in certain markets on AdBeat, you can see very clearly regular patterns to the trend line that indicates that they're turning off the ads on the weekends. It's pretty common, and that's pretty valuable information going into a market to have. Let's see. Explain what I mean by testing. Keywords, URL targeting, bids. Testing means that you're gonna go out, you're gonna launch a campaign with the best information that you have available to you, but there's no guarantee that that campaign is going to be profitable immediately. Sometimes it can be. It's not. That does happen, but it's not something that you should necessarily expect. You're going to need to look at you'll need to look at your data. You're going to have to look. You need to be tracking everything, which is definitely something we'll talk about a little bit later, not in this webinar. But you have to track everything, and you have to know, what ads are responsible for your conversions, what pages are responsible for your conversions, what sites. And as you collect more data, then you can start to optimize your campaign and hopefully improve it to where it's profitable. AdBeat only shows the root domain. How can you tell if the advertiser is only showing on specific pages? So yeah, that's a good question. We're actually working on a new service that is going to show you specific pages. I'm not sure. I can't give you any sort of timeline on when that's going to be due, but that's definitely something that we're working on. So you'd have kind of more detailed information about the pages that they're showing up. That's, this actually brings up a good point. So I told you before, you should use the publishers to then plug into the Google Keyword Tool. Well, I think that example that I gave about the chicken coops, I think Ezine Articles was one of those publishers. Well, you need to also kind of use your head a little bit, and you need to think about what you're doing, right? You don't want to plug in Ezine Articles as the root domain into the Google Keyword Tool, because Google is going to give you, who knows actually what Google would give you as keywords for Ezine Articles. And right now, we don't have the specific pages that the advertiser is showing up on. So that would not be a good domain to plug in to get keywords back out of Google. The other domains would be good to plug in. So that's definitely a good point to bring up. You need to kind of go through that publisher list yourself and do a little bit of thinking about how you're going to use that data. What are some gold mine opportunities to look for? I mean, there's gold mines all over AdBeat is the way I look at it. You basically have insight into a gigantic portion of all of online advertising. There's billions of dollars being spent all the time. There's all sorts of opportunities. You just need to use the different methods of different workflows that I just went over and mine for opportunities. You need to, check different markets. You guys have to spend some time doing a little bit of research. That's definitely one thing that you're gonna have to do. It's gonna take a little bit of time to do some research. So that's what I would recommend. How many ad variations do you like to start testing with? I prefer between 2 to 4. Sometimes I'm lazy and I'll only go with 2, but 4 is really ideal. So between 2 to 4. The reason for that is that, it's great if you could test 10 ads, but the problem is, you need a certain amount of ad spend and a certain number of conversions on an ad in order to make a decision. So if you start with too many ads, it's going to take too long for you to get data on any of those ads, and the amount of money that you'll spend before you get data to start eliminating ads is going to start to climb up there. If you have a ton of money, you may want to launch 10 ads at a time. I mean, maybe, but I prefer to launch 4 and then get the data from those 4 ads, see which of those 4 seems to be working quickly, and then write a couple new ads that maybe use the data that you already have on the first 4 ads to write 2 new ads as you find 2 ads that were not working in your original 4. That's the way I would do it. Can you be successful with just text ads only? I would say 90% of the traffic that I've done over the last 3 years has been text ads only. So yes. Does AdBeats data update daily? Yes, it's available on a 24-hour delay. So data from yesterday should show up today. So that should answer that. Should I look at frequency as a measure of a successful ad? Guys, I think we're actually going to get rid of the frequency measurement. For right now, I wouldn't pay much attention to frequency. You want to look at the trend line, and you want to look at the counts. But the trend line tells you, how the ad has been performing historically. Has it been showing up for the last month kind of steadily? Has it been ramping up in the marketplace? So there was a question earlier about what does it mean if the trend line has a big swing? Well, if an ad is performing well in a market, and somebody has kind of just launched an ad or just launched a campaign, and it's performing well, they may be testing that campaign on a smaller scale with, say, 10 or 20 ad groups. If they find out that that ad is working, they're very likely going to launch, 100 ad groups when they figure that out, and maybe they're going to up their bid by a factor of 2. And when they do that, you're going to see a giant jump in the number of times that ad shows up on a daily basis, and that's what we're picking up in AdBeat. So, if you see an ad, if you see the trend line climbing or pop like that, that's a good sign. It means something is working for that ad, and so it's showing up more in the marketplace. All right. Is it true that Google does not allow affiliates to advertise? No, it's not true. We've just been talking about affiliate marketing on Google during this webinar. So it's a little bit tricky on Google, but you need to watch the market and see what's working currently on Google and follow that as closely as possible. That's my best advice about Google. There's plenty of affiliates advertising on Google right now. So I think that's about it, guys. I know there's some unanswered questions you can ask in the forum, but I think we've covered this topic pretty well, and this is kind of a good start on the training. You can ask questions in the forum for follow-up, and then check that training thread in the forum for the next webinar date. I think I scheduled 2 for next week, and I'm going to try to start knocking out a lot more training here over the coming weeks. All right, so thank you everybody for attending, and I'll talk to you guys in the forum.